Hey guys, welcome to Cook with Nancy. Today I'm going to show you guys my version of Pinewheel cookies. This holiday season there are variations of cookies that we can make. I'm going to show you guys how to make this Pinewheel cookie. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get started with this recipe. To start off, here I have 226 grams of salted butter, 1 cup sugar. Go ahead and mix them until it's nice and creamy. If you're using unsalted butter, just add a little bit of salt, around up to 1 teaspoon. Here I have 2 egg yolks that I'm going to add once I cream the sugar and the butter and mix it until it's nice and creamy in texture. Now to this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you don't have vanilla extract, go ahead and skip it. It's okay. Go ahead and mix them until it's well combined. Now to this I'm going to add the flour. Here I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to go ahead and add in batches and go ahead and fold it with the spatula. Don't worry about over mixing this dough. It's not going to release any gluten, so don't worry about it because since we have a lot of butter in it. Go ahead and mix them with the spatula, and once the dough comes together just like that, go ahead and knead it with your hand until you bring them into a dough as a ball. Now just roll it and flatten it up a little bit, and now cut them into 3 equal parts. Now I'm going to make into 3 different colors. So I'm making red, green, and the normal dough color. So if you want to add different color, you definitely go ahead and add cocoa powder to it. Now I'm adding the red color. Go ahead and knead them until you reach the desired color, and then you cover this with the cling wrap and set it aside. We definitely want to cover this so we don't want to dry out the dough. Now I'm going to set this aside while I'm doing the green color. Again, I'm going to add the green color a little bit at a time until I reach the desired color that I prefer. Cover it with the cling wrap. And the third one, we're not going to do anything. Just knead it and just cover it in the cling wrap and set it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. Here I have butter paper. You can use parchment paper. Cut them into equal size. So one is to roll it out, one is to cover it while rolling. Now go ahead and roll the cookie dough. Just make sure you roll them gently. You don't want it to break it. So just roll it until it's nice and thin. You don't want it to be too thick of a cookie, so make sure it's nice and thin. And I'm going to remove this parchment paper from top and set this dough aside while I'm preparing the second. So the second one, I'm doing the regular dough without any color, and I'm going to place it gently on top of the red one. The second one is a little smaller. That's okay. When we roll it, it's going to be fine. Now the third one is the green color. Once you finish rolling, just go ahead and place this on the other 2 dough, and just make sure you place them as close as possible to align them together. And then if it is not, then you can just roll it a little bit slightly together so that it is rolled together. Now I just flipped it because I wanted the green color to be my first layer. So now I'm going to just gently go ahead and roll this dough. This is very important because if you find your dough is breaking down, then make sure you refrigerate for a couple minutes before you roll it. The rolling part is the difficult part most of the cases, but if you follow the steps as I told you, it's going to be easy. It's not going to break. If you ever find your dough is breaking, just pop it in the fridge as I told earlier. It should be fine. And just go ahead and be gentle. Take your time. Just roll it gently and it should be fine, totally fine. Once you roll it, if you see any dough is exposed out, you want to just make sure you roll it with another parchment paper so we cover the dough completely, because when we refrigerate, it will dry out. After 25 minutes, my dough is nice and set. At this point, I'm going to cut them into 1/4 inch thickness, and I'm placing it in the parchment paper lined in the baking tray. Now my oven is also preheating at 350 degrees. I'm going to bake this for 18 minutes. And also I've spaced out the cookies so that it doesn't stick to each other. Now once it cools down completely, you can store it in a airtight container and it stays at least for 2 weeks. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care guys. Bye.